Hey there, everybody. It's been a long time. I do apologize for that. Some personal matters came up and needed to take a bit of a break to kind of refigure myself. But I just got back from watching One Battle After Another. And because so many people were making such a huge deal about it these last few days, well, in the weeks leading up to its release, and it's out now to the public. And I gotta say, it was the hype was warranted for this. Not completely, but it definitely deserves some points for this one. So, this is the latest film from Paul Thomas Anderson of There Will Be Blood and No Country for Old Men fame, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. And the simple story for this film is that it's about an old revolutionary father has to seek the help of other revolutionaries to save his daughter, who has been kidnapped. And thus starts a chain reaction of a gigantic, well, semi gigantic manhunt across the country, or at least parts of the country. And it definitely feels like this movie is a test to the audience on like where they lie on the political spectrum. And this movie coming out in this day and age with everything that's going on politically, yeah, it feels like this was something that Anderson definitely wanted to be released in this time, to at least pose a question to the audience of like where do you lean in regards to stuff going on with the borders. And this definitely, it doesn't have a genuine, it doesn't take, the movie doesn't take like a side in particular on like which is good and which is bad. Like it shows the good and bad from like both perspectives, I feel, in pretty realistic standards, and also just how evil some people can get, whether they're doing good for their people or for themselves is only the individuals will know. So I had fun with this one. It was surprisingly very funny at times, although I wouldn't necessarily call this like a dark comedy. But yeah, this one was, it was fun. It's a little slow at the start with the first act, just kind of getting everything set up and telling the audience like where everybody is, where they're coming from, and where they're going into this crazy adventure. But towards the part where things start to fall into place with DiCaprio coming in to get back into the fray of things, that's when things just start going, and it don't stop until credits roll. And man, I gotta say, it was refreshingly realistic action. Like nobody's like a super badass action hero. Like everybody feels realistic, with maybe a minor exception to something that happens towards the ending. And not to give anything away, but somebody survived something that absolutely should not have survived that. But this character does get their comeuppance later. But yeah, if you're curious about One Battle After Another, I definitely recommend checking it out. But if you have some doubts about it, I'd say you're all right with skipping it. But if you're curious, check it out for yourself and see what you think. As for me, it was all right. I've seen better, and I've definitely seen worse, but it was good. It was good. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will try to do my best to have some more consistent uploads in the near future, but I will talk to you all later. Farewell.